Hey everybody, how's it going? Jordan here with Perrin. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to properly clean your dirty air filter. Now, a few things that you will need to get the job done. The obvious one here is your dirty air filter. Number two is a cleaning solution of some sort. Today I am going to be using the Uni Service Kit. You can purchase these on Amazon. I will leave the link in the description down below. However, if you don't want to buy one of these, totally fine. A little bit of Simple Green will go a long way and work just as well. But these are highly recommended by us. They work fantastic on our filters. There's some precautionary stuff, since I am going to be working with some chemicals and oils. I am just going to be wearing some gloves and then a handy dandy roll of paper towels to damp some of the oil off of this and the excess water. Of course, you will also need a hose. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on over to the cleaning station. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're just going to take off the hose clamp and set that aside. We won't be needing that while we're cleaning it. With the foam filter cleaner, if you are using the Uni filter cleaner, we're going to go ahead and spray a generous amount on the filter and then rub it in. If you're using something such as Simple Green, do the same thing. Just go ahead and spray a few layers of the cleaner on the filter, like so. You can do this with the Simple Green as well. And then all we're going to do is, this is one of the reasons I'm wearing gloves, we're just going to massage that in to the outside of the filter, get it nice and clean. And then we will also, in turn, we will go ahead and spray a little bit on the inside, just like so. And just make sure we're really rubbing all of this in. Obviously, this isn't rocket science. You don't have to be super strategic with it. To each their own. Clean your filter as much as you'd like. But just going to work with rubbing this in. Okay, so we've got our filter here all lubed up with the filter cleaner. Next step, we're just going to go ahead and hose a decent amount of this cleaner off of the filter. And then once we have that done, we are going to go ahead and squeeze it out. So I'm going to flip this over here and set it down. We don't want to knock it over after we just cleaned it. Oh boy, making a mess. All right, then you're just going to go ahead and kind of squeeze it out. And what I'm going to do is, once I've got most of this squeezed out, I'm going to go over it with the hose one last time, just to make sure that we got all the cleaner out of there. And then I will catch you guys for the next step. Okay, so I went ahead and did the second rinse of the filter here, just to make sure we got all of that filter cleaner off. The next step that we're going to take here, I would recommend letting it sit out in the sun for a little bit. What I am going to do, I am going to take a few of those paper towels and I am going to dab it on the filter to get as much moisture out of here as possible. So let me go grab the paper towels and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I got my handy dandy blue paper towels. If you've never used these paper towels in your life before, you're missing out. They're the most absorbent paper towels in the whole entire world. So we're just gonna take one of these and we're just gonna go around the filter. And as you can see, there's still a decent amount of water in there. So I'm gonna start by trying to soak up as much moisture out of this as possible. And then I think what we're going to do, I'm going to take some of my own advice. We're going to let it sit out in the sun and dry it a little bit more. On a day like this, shouldn't take too long for the filter to dry up. So once it's dry, we'll be back to oil it. Okay, we are back. Our filter is nice and dry. Sat it out in the sun for, I don't know, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Your time will differ depending on how sunny it is or isn't outside. But went over it with paper towel one last time just to make sure any excess moisture is out of there. And we are looking pretty good on the old glove. So now what we're going to do, we are going to take our foam filter oil from Uni here. like I said, we really stand by the Uni Filter Service Kit. However, you can use what you prefer, but we really recommend using Uni foam filter oil. This will pair quite nicely with all of our foam filters. Going to give that a real good shake and hope that you guys are nice down in the comments. And then what you're going to want to do is just going to give, kind of like we did with the cleaner, you're just going to want to give a few sprays over the top, and then we'll go ahead and massage it all in. So we'll go ahead and spray just a little bit here. Oh yeah. We're just going to lube it all up quite nicely. Get a little on the top there. All right. And then take your preferably gloved hand, but do as you please. We're just going to go ahead, massage into the filter. Make sure it's nicely saturated, evenly saturated. Do a little bit on the outside, and then we'll take just a little bit more, spray it down on the inside, and repeat the same process. So just go ahead, work that oil into the foam filter, and make sure everything is coated nice and evenly, and I'll catch you in the next step. Okay, so we have officially washed our filter. We have let our filter dry, and we applied that nice layer of foam filter oil. The last step that we're going to take here, I'm going to grab a paper towel, and then we're going to go ahead and clean any excess oil off of the rubber edge here for the filter. This is going to make sure that the hose clamp can actually hold your filter on the skeleton of the filter. Once you've got that all cleaned up, make sure you get the inside as well. I know this can be a little tricky because you don't want to get any more oil on it, so just take your time, get it nice and dry, and then just stick your clamp back on, just like so, and you are good to go. All right, so of course, the last step would be putting the filter back on your car. I hope that one's relatively self-explanatory, but if not, make sure you put the filter back on the car. If you guys have any questions about the process in which we use to clean the filters, please leave a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed this video and thought it was helpful, well, you know what to do.